Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a mini reading for the Divine Feminine energy. I will have a mini reading for the Divine Masculine energy coming up. Okay, so I wanted to take a check-in on what is going on with the current energies and how they're feeling about each other in their connection, because it feels like it's teeter-tottering. It feels like it's going back and forth kind of every day, maybe even for some of you every hour. It feels like there's peace within. It doesn't feel like a lot of tension. It doesn't feel like a lot of drama or conflict. It doesn't feel necessarily bad, but there's still some kind of imbalance that's happening within the self. And I feel like there's a lot of release. We talked about this in the Sacred Union Energy update on YouTube, where this was a transition period for both counterparts. And there was a tower coming in, or tower moments coming in, that was leading to more breakthroughs, that was leading to, what I'm hearing is pushing you over the edge. So if you guys feel like you've kind of hit this like plateau, if it kind of feels like you don't know where your next level is coming in, know that there is forward movement that is happening for you. There's been kind of this void energy as we've been in this transition period, but these tower moments that are coming in, especially with this lunar cycle, especially with this full moon in Leo that's coming up tomorrow, it's really pushing you to release the final remnants of debris of that old cycle, of that stagnant energy. And it's really forcing us to be pushed over the edge, to claim our power, to claim our divinity, to claim our sovereignty, to claim even our union, is what I'm hearing. So we talked a lot about that in the Sacred Union Energy update, a very powerful update for both counterparts and their Sacred Union. Make sure that you check that out on YouTube. I also have some light language healing for what the collective has been clearing, especially within this cycle up there on the channel as well. Okay, so let's get into this because I do have a time cap here. So the current energies for the Divine Feminine, we have the Ten of Wands, the Fool, and the Lovers. I love seeing the Ten of Wands followed by the Fool because this really does emphasize that there is a cycle that's completing. Now, this Ten of Wands has this sense of sadness about it. And I feel like Divine Feminine kind of feels like she's been journeying on her own, or she's moving into the next cycle on her own. And it might seem that way, but energetically, know that you and your Divine Masculine are always linked. And so what Divine Feminine is actually clearing is the illusion of separation, and that has been clearing for the past several months, but she's clearing the illusion that she is on her own. She feels like she's been wandering. She feels like she's been holding up this connection. She feels like she has been carrying the responsibility of her Divine Masculine in this connection, and that is really what she's releasing. So anywhere where she felt like she was traveling that long path by herself, that is what she is putting to rest. She's putting that burden down, and she's starting fresh. This is going to be a very freeing energy for her. I'm getting purification energy coming in for her, where it's just this like Nine of Pentacles energy. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. So we also have the Lover's card, and this is clarifying this energy where she feels like she has been on her own, all the while knowing in her heart that she hasn't. So this is, a friend said to me, this is ego death, Susan. And I said, yeah, it is. I can feel it because I can feel at peace within my soul, but my mind has been going through this release. And that's exactly what this feels like with the Lover's card. Is she knows that she's in union. She knows and is affirming that she's never separate from her counterpart, and she is wanting this in the physical. She's wanting to release the past, where it felt like she was doing this on her own, where she was carrying all the burdens of herself, of her past ancestry, of her karma, of her connection, of her divine counterpart. She is wanting to just free herself, take this leap of faith, just kind of plunge into the waters of purification, be reborn within herself, be reborn into this higher level of union, higher level of commitment, higher level of understanding and recognition between her and her counterpart, wanting that recognition between her and her counterpart, wanting her counterpart to recognize this connection and recognize her even publicly with that Six of Wands here, wanting truth, wanting clarity, wanting communication with her counterpart that brings in this equal reciprocity that she knows is going to bring in this abundance, this fruitful, abundant life, this prosperous life, and ground it. Look at all these pentacles here. really wanting to ground this energy, really wanting to ground and anchor in this balance and stability that she's feeling in her heart, because she has reached this sense of inner union, and now she is claiming that and wanting that with her divine masculine, wanting that success, wanting that victory, knowing the battles that they've been through, and really wanting to continue to move forward into this abundant state, into this harmony and stability, prosperity, this abundance. And this abundance is everything. It's not just financial, it's not just the coins and the pentacles, but it's home life, it's happiness, it's friendships, it's relationship, it's family, it's everything. Everything is abundant, and that's who you are, and that's what she's remembering, that's what she's understanding, is that as a divine being she is naturally abundant, but she's really wanting to ground that energy, particularly with divine masculine. And so she is, I feel, claiming this, feeling at peace in the sense of knowing that she is closing out a cycle, wanting to close out that cycle, wanting to feel free, wanting to just release that burden so that she can come into equal partnership with her divine masculine. And that's what it's all about. It's about equal reciprocity, not just in relationship, but in energy exchange. And that's the victory here. That's the abundance. Having that clarity and having that truth, that recognition, again, of the connection. And so she's really releasing that responsibility, really releasing that burden of feeling like she was separate from herself, from source, and from her divine masculine, feeling like she had to carry all of this by herself. She is just allowing herself to be free, and they just pointed me to that solar plexus energy, that power that is rising. We also have the Empress here in the spread, so she is really stepping more into her own self-sovereignty, self-empowerment. Okay, how is she feeling about the divine masculine? We have the Eight of Swords, we have the Empress, we have the Two of Cups. Clarifying the Two of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'll get to that in a second. So the Eight of Swords, I feel like she has been feeling a little bit trapped. And look at that reflection there. I feel like when she looks at her divine masculine, she feels trapped, either in resentment, in lack, in looking at the 3D, looking at the physical. She feels trapped. But that is the illusion that she is freeing herself, and she's recognizing that it's all in her own mindset, just like masculine has to recognize that it's all in his own mindset, because you're each other's reflection. And so she's recognizing the illusion of separation, and that she has the chance to free herself, to release herself. She is more and more wanting to release herself from this, knowing that that is what's going to help her grow, that's what's going to help her masculine grow. And it's almost like this sense of gratitude. What's interesting is when these cards came out, I was kind of wondering where this was going to go, but now that I'm channeling, it's very interesting energy. I feel like she had been in a feeling this anxiety, feeling this negativity, even feeling a lot of resentment towards her masculine, but it's all because she had been feeling trapped within herself. But now there's this sense of gratitude that's coming through, because she's recognizing that this whole situation, everything that she has experienced with this partnership, has been teaching her how to rise into her divine power, to recognize that she has the ability to birth her reality, to birth this union. And so this Two of Cups with the Nine of Swords, she had been in this place of anxiety. She had been in this place of feeling trapped. She had been in this place of wanting this harmony, but feeling like maybe it would never happen. Maybe love is not meant for her. Maybe relationship, or this relationship, is not meant for her, because she truly does want that conscious, healthy, mature, green flag relationship. And she was kind of in a place of feeling like she was never going to get it. But this energy has really shifted to this place of she's looking within herself and recognizing her own power. The Empress is just so bright in this spread. And that's you, Divine Feminine. You are so bright, not letting anything hold you back, not letting anyone hold you back, not letting anything keep you from this beautiful, pure union, this energetic match, this soul connection. You are just recognizing where you were holding yourself back and not allowing that any longer. And with this Three of Pentacles, what's interesting here is I feel like this is what you are remembering. You're remembering that you are in partnership. Three of Pentacles being a Trinity energy, you are in union, you are in partnership with your Divine Masculine always, because you are in union and partnership with yourself. Anything less than that is the illusion of lack, the illusion of scarcity, and the illusion of separation. So really learning how to release the last remnants of that illusion. And I feel like that's part of this journey that you have really been on. The greatest lesson that you have been learning is how to release the illusion, to trust your intuition, to not look at the physical as evidence for what you truly feel inside. Going on that knowing, going on that faith, accepting what is being presented to you. You know, not trying to force anything, but allowing it to unfold. And that's what this energy of the Three of Pentacles is. So for guidance, we have: you're the artist holding the brush, the writer holding the pen, the musician playing the keys. You get to decide by your actions, reactions, and mindset the landscape your life is painting, the story your mind is writing, and the song your heart is singing. Followed up by this Three of Wands, your journey is still unfolding. You or your person are manifesting and planning for your future together. That's this Three of Pentacles energy. Don't give up on this love just yet. So I feel like you really are doing a lot of healing work, a lot of clearing work. Again, releasing anywhere where you were still holding on to attachment, and not just attachment of your divine masculine, but attachment to, I have to take responsibility for this connection. I have to take responsibility for my divine masculine. I have to be the one to lead this. I have to be the one to bring us into union. You are learning how to just step into your full power, to embody that full power, and to embrace your sacred self. And as you do this, as you just release, what you're doing is you're stepping into your power, stepping into your manifesting energy, stepping into your creation energy, and that is what is going to bring you further into union, because you have that faith, you have that knowing. You're releasing those seeds of doubt. You're releasing any energy that says it's not already here. You're putting down the burdens, allowing your divine masculine to take the reins of their life so that you can be equal partners, because that is truly what you are, and that is what's going to lead you to victory. That's what's going to lead you to your abundance, and that is what's going to lead you to this beautiful reconciliation within this partnership, this beautiful Two of Cups with that merged energy there. All right, guys, we'll be back with a divine masculine reading, so head on over to that. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Divine Masculine mini reading. We did a Divine Feminine mini reading. If you're watching on YouTube, this is just going to be split between the two in one video. Okay, so really interesting energies. When these cards came out, I was a little bit shocked. Number one, because the Ten of Wands came out in the exact same place for the Divine Feminine, so I do really feel like you guys are mirroring each other. But also because how Divine Masculine is feeling towards Divine Feminine is just, it's the same energy that I was getting yesterday in a spread that I pulled, but I never ended up doing the reading for it. I received the energy, I received the messages, but I ended up not posting it because I was feeling the effects of the full moon and very tired. But I will post that spread separately on Instagram and on Facebook so you guys can see it. It's this same kind of energy. So let's start at the top. Let's start with Divine Masculine's current energies. We have the Ten of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. This is Divine Masculine, who is also releasing, but for them, Divine Feminine was releasing the burdens, the responsibility of the connection, feeling like they had to lead, feeling like they had to just take care of everything, just holding up the connection. It was really weighing on them. They were doing a lot of that kind of attachment releasing. At least releasing the last remnants or the last energetic debris of that kind of energy, closing out that cycle. Well, Divine Masculine is closing out a cycle as well, but what they're releasing is the past. They're releasing past patterns, past habits, past addictions, past behaviors, past mindsets, past perspectives. Could even be something in the physical, home life, family life, relationships, whatever it is, take it as it resonates for you, but it's the past. Especially when it comes to, we have clarified the Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords, especially conflict, especially feelings of past heartbreak, past betrayal, anywhere where they felt anxiety within themselves, anxiety within relationships, anywhere where they felt traumatized. They're really releasing all of that conflict. This is outer conflict and inner conflict. I tend to see the Five of Wands as similar to the Five of Swords, where it is competition with the self, where it is ego versus the heart. They're really learning how to integrate their ego. They're really learning how to integrate their heart, learning how to balance the two out. And so they're really learning how to not be in conflict anymore. That's what they're releasing. They're releasing the past version of themselves. And Divine Feminine's reading, she has been learning how to release the energy of separation, the illusion of separation, knowing that she really is not on this journey alone, that she is with her divine masculine, her divine counterpart. Divine masculine has been similarly feeling alone on their journey, and they're learning what it's like to be in partnership with another. Because of this past energy, because of past heartbreak or trauma, especially around their beliefs of love and relationships that had been formed from childhood or from their past experiences. I'm going to call to listen to the past Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy updates for more on this, the past Sacred Union energy updates where we talk about this ad nauseum. They're really learning how to release that past version of themselves where they didn't believe in their own happiness. They didn't believe in love. They didn't believe in their own worth. They didn't believe that they were capable of love, of relationship, of this connection, that they were not worthy of this connection. So they really held back when it came to that balance of give and receive, that reciprocity within connection. They're learning how to release that, and what they're moving forward towards is more balance, learning how to give. And I feel like that bottom hand there is the Divine Feminine, that top hand there is the Divine Masculine, learning how to give so that the Divine Feminine can receive, because that is Divine Feminine energy, being able to receive. Now, what they're calling me to is that this is actually twofold. This is balanced within, because you hold both energies within, the masculine and the feminine energy within. The masculine embodiment is also learning how to receive love. Because they didn't believe in love, they had actually blocked love, but because their feminine energy is rising within, they're learning how to receive love, paradoxically, by learning how to give love to their feminine. We're going to look at that a little bit deeper in some Sacred Union energy updates, but I'm going to reiterate that. So the masculine embodiment, the person that embodies that masculine energy, they had held themselves back because they didn't know how to receive love, because the feminine energy within them had been blocked. The more that feminine energy rises, the more they're able to give to their divine feminine. Okay, it seems kind of like a paradox, but it's because they're reaching inner union within themselves. They're finding that balance and that harmony within themselves, within the energies within themselves, and that is going to be displayed within the physical connection, within the physical relationship of the two embodied energies, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Okay? And so it's because he's learning how to be stable within himself, learning how to be balanced within himself. The King of Pentacles is very mature, very nurturing, very loving, very much like that father energy, very much like a protector. Could be father, mother healing at this time, ancestor healing that's happening, but this is more what the Divine Masculine is really embodying. He's learning how to be balanced within himself, and that's going to be displaying itself in the physical world. I feel like Divine Masculine is wanting to take the reins when it comes to their own finances, their own responsibility, and the more Divine Feminine releases that responsibility for the Divine Masculine, the more the Divine Masculine is going to want to take responsibility for their own life, recognizing that that's their power, that they have that power to direct their life, to take care of themselves, to take care of others. They naturally want to be able to provide for their feminine and for their family, just like Divine Feminine naturally wants to do the same from that feminine energy, from that protection, or from that nurturing energy. Divine Masculine wants to take the lead in a very material way, in a very grounded way, where Divine Feminine offers that very nurturing energy, the softness, the love, the care, the energy. Divine Masculine is the one who grounds that in the material, and I feel like that's where they're learning their worth, that's where they're learning their strength, that's where they're learning their power, that's where they're learning how to take the lead, releasing all this energy about not feeling capable of doing this in the past, wanting to balance out this connection. Again, balancing out it's not to say that the Divine Masculine doesn't nurture or care, that's very King of Pentacles as well, but it's balancing out the feminine energy within them, removing the distortions so that they can be both that loving energy, but from the material place as well. And Divine Feminine had really learned how to do that for herself. She had learned how to, that Nine of Pentacles energy, she had learned how to find stability within herself, find independence financially, career-wise, business-wise, family-wise, and otherwise, She had learned how to balance out those masculine and feminine energies within herself so that she can take care of her material world while also being that loving, nurturing energy. That's where divine masculine is being led right now through this release. Everything is right on the horizon for them. This is what they're headed towards. This is what they're learning. This is what is coming into them from this release. The end of a cycle here. How are they feeling about divine feminine? Chariot, Seven of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. This Seven of Wands actually feels more like a Four of Wands, where there's a healing energy. It's almost like Seven of Pentacles and not Four of Wands. Seven of Pentacles and Four of Swords, both, where it feels like a very pause, it feels like a healing energy. And this is what came out yesterday, where it was like they want to rush forward, they want to take the lead, they want to bring this to balance with that yin and yang energy there. They want to direct this connection, to really bring this into balance, to bring this into harmony, but they're holding themselves back. And it's not out of any defensive energy, it's not out of any conflict, it's not out of any self-deception or self-sabotage. If that is coming up, that is what they're releasing, that is what they're clearing. It's kind of like just like this pause, and that's what I'm feeling with the Four of Pentacles. They had been in an energy of holding them back so much, holding themselves back so much. Now they're learning how to take action. Now they're learning how to give. Now they're learning how to be receptive and give at the same time, that equal reciprocity. With the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, they want to rush in. It's that Pandora's box that's opening. They're having these heart expansions. Their heart is opening. Their love is overflowing, but they realized that they might have been that Knight of Wands energy in the past. They might have rushed in, and that created a real instability within the connection. It created that hot and cold runner chaser energy. And so they're learning how to balance themselves out. They're learning how to have patience. They're not at a standstill. The Knight of Pentacles came out yesterday in that reading, but they're not at a standstill. It was a slow energy. It was a steady energy, but it was a very stable and grounded energy. That's why I love that the King of Pentacles came out with the King of Wands, because this King of Wands is somebody who is in their strength, who is taking action, who is taking authority, but is coming from a place of balance within the self. They want this new beginning. They want to take a leap of faith towards you, Divine Feminine. They want this new relationship with you, putting the past firmly in the past. Any conflict that you had experienced, any heartbreak that you experienced together, any karma that you had experienced together, they want that new beginning, that fresh start, but they want it from a much more stable place. And they're recognizing that they can't hold themselves back, but when they're offering to you, they want it to be very grounded and very stable. This full moon in Leo, they're pointing me to the lion there. It's going to be very powerful for these divine counterparts, for these unions, especially for the divine masculine, as far as this release, as far as revelations and breakthroughs, a lot of tower moments coming in for divine masculines. But like I said in the divine feminine reading, is going to push both of you to release the past so that you could have this union, so you can have the harmony and the happiness and the love between you two, the connection between you two that you have always wanted, that you have always longed for. And that longing is really coming forth from the divine masculine as well. They want to rush in, but they're just recognizing, they've learned from their error, the error of their ways. They have learned that they need to take their time, that they need to balance this out, because it's almost like they don't want to scare you, divine feminine. And also, they don't want to scare themselves. They recognize when they're in self-sabotage energy. They recognize when they're being self-deceptive. They don't want to scare themselves away from this connection anymore. They're pushing forward. They're just learning how to balance themselves out, kind of take their time, take it slow and steady. Slow doesn't mean linear timeline, just slow within themselves, steady within themselves, rather than just rushing in an immature fashion. This is a very conscious, mature energy that is coming in, really beautiful energy. Okay, so guidance for the divine masculine. We have the Four of Pentacles again. Are you blocking love by holding yourself back? Allow the love between you and your partner to flow freely with an open and unguarded heart. Paired with the Six of Wands, you and your partner have overcome challenges to reach a level of success within your partnership. Enjoy this victory with recognition and appreciation of each other. That's that Six of Pentacles energy. That's that balance that's coming in. You have gone through major cycles with each other, whether you were in communication or not, whether you were in proximity with each other or not. Energetically, you have gone through quite a journey and quite a transformation together. Where in the past, perhaps you did block love, perhaps you did hold yourself back, Divine Masculine, because of this old energy. But now you're recognizing this, you're bringing that to your awareness, you are conscious of that fact. And throat chakra activations, if you guys can hear it, I was getting that energy even before I started the reading, a lot of throat chakra communication energy coming through with this full moon. That was tomorrow's daily energy draw, so make sure that you stay tuned to YouTube for that. But they're learning how to not block their heart, not guard their heart, not hold themselves back, because they truly do want this victory and this success. They recognize what you have been through together, the challenges that you have faced and overcome together. And because of that, you are reaching a new beginning. You are reaching a new level of your ascension journey together, a new level, a new phase of your connection that is going to be bringing in much more balance, much more harmony, much more love. And this is that deep-seated love. This is that connection that you, again, both have been longing for, that spiritual love, that spiritual understanding of each other. You have that together, and now you're finally recognizing that and appreciating that about each other. That's part of this balance, that appreciation of one another. Final word of guidance for Divine Masculine: never be so afraid of shadows that you forget your light. This is that worth energy, that value energy, recognizing the light within. They've been through recognizing the shadow sides of themselves. Now they're recognizing themselves. Now they're recognizing the light within themselves, the love within themselves. That is this beautiful ascension journey, this transformation that you have both gone on, that you have both undergone, and that you are moving into more light, more harmony, and more love with each other if you allow it. If you allow it. And it's coming. It's coming. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for the Divine Masculine mini reading. If you are on Instagram and Facebook, that's it for the full reading on YouTube. We'll be back with some more updates coming soon. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and we'll see you next time.